Welcome to another live video. Okay, I'm Jonathan Romano, and I cannot wait to show you. One of the things I absolutely love is I love the stats, the information that you get from what happened maybe last year. You can see something different that's going on this year, and then you can project what's going to happen in the future. So I was going through a bunch of different stats for this year because we have quite a bit of homes that are coming to the market and that are on the market. And we are seeing more and more and more buyers slowly starting to open up lock boxes, which is very, very good. I know in my last video, I was talking about lock boxes being opened. That's amazing. But what I want to do today for you is I want to show you the difference and explain some of the information that's a little bit different from 2024 February to 2025 February, what just happened in our market. Yeah, well, I know we're in the middle of March, but even seeing what's happening in February can give you a really good idea on where things are going for this spring market. So here we go. Basically, in February of 2024, we had 602 new listings. That I'm surprised by, because 2024 was not a fast market. And again, February in our area, it is the coldest month of the year usually. This last year, it wasn't too bad, but it's usually technically the coldest month of the year. February 2025, we had, 532 new listings. So actually, we're about 10% less new listings in 2025 than in 2024. And I would not have expected that. I would have thought they were pretty close. But that's why we're looking at this information. When we do this and we look at this information, it's facts. These are the stats. It's not political. It's not white or black. This is what exactly has happened in the last year. So, and then pending sales. This is super interesting. So in February of 2024, yes, there was more houses on the market by about 10%. There were only, in pendings, we had 569. That is crazy pending sales in the month of February. And then last month, so 2025, 475 pending sales. So about 16% less pendings in 2025 than we had in 2024. That is extremely interesting. So I would not have guessed that, especially when we're going to go to closed sales, because again, just because a home's pending does not mean it's going to sell. We're seeing about maybe 25% of pendings come back to market for whether it's inspection, cold feet. I mean, there's a million reasons why that can happen. And we're seeing that about anywhere from 20 to 25% come back on market. So the closed sales are much more important. And in February of 2024, there were a total of 402 closed sales. And in February of 2025, just last month, 419 sales. So that is 4.2% more sales than we saw in 2024. So that's a slight uptick. Now that is the number that is the most important, is how many actual sales are we having. In addition, let's look at over the medium or the average sales price. Now this is awesome. This is where we're seeing what values are doing. Is the market going up? Is it going down? I know a lot of people, you hear them say the market's going up, but you're not seeing it. Again, when you're buying a property, you need to be looking in the locations that have the best opportunity for equity to go up. And so if you're working with a good real estate broker, you're going to have brokers that know the area, and they're going to know what's coming to the market and what's coming, if it's going to be positive for your location or negative. If it's negative, get out of there. You don't want to be in a location that's going to actually go down in value. And even though people say, hey, Clark County, Portland Metro, it's going to go up X percent. Well, guess what? Not every single area goes up in value the percent that they say. Some of the areas, let's say it's going to go up, they say across the board, it's going to go up 5%. Well, that means there's going to be spots that go up 10%. And there's also going to be places that don't go up at all and maybe even go down. That's because it's so important for you, the buyer, the consumer, the investor, to buy in a location that is up and coming. So That's something to know when you're looking, when you're interviewing real estate brokers, when you're trying to hire the right person. Please, please, please. You got to get out and you got to make sure you know what's coming, because that's going to give you the best chance to sell your property for the most money. Okay, so average sales price is just, and this is just Clark County, and Clark County is a big hole. So, I mean, you have Camas, you got Felida, you got Richfield. Some of those areas are going to sell for a lot higher, but still the medium sales price was $597,800. That was just this last month in February 2025. In February 2024, the medium sales price is $557,000. Guys, that's crazy. I would not have guessed that it jumped up this big. But basically, from 2024 February to 2025 February, we are seeing a 7.3 increase on what the average medium sales price is. That is phenomenal. Like, that is really, really a great sign for you sellers that are thinking about going to market come this spring or are already on the market. That is very, very positive for you. We're seeing basically these stats. I absolutely love this. They come out usually a week or two after the month prior, and they're going to really give you an idea of is 2025 going to be better than 2024? 2024 and 2023 were almost identical. They were 30-year lows across the country on homes that were sold or transactions that were made. So this year, we're all projecting it's going to be higher. How much higher? I don't know. But if you're a seller or if you're thinking about potentially buying, there's locations that you need to pay attention to. And sellers, this can be a really good thing for you guys to actually sell your house for more money. Now, I have buyers always ask, well, when's the best possible time to buy? And that's a funny answer, because I hear, and I've heard, you know, you hear an agent that's been in it for, 30, 40 years. And this is my 20th year selling real estate. So I haven't been in it that long, but 20 years gives me a couple. I've seen a couple cycles, but the best time to buy was 200 years ago, because the price of real estate was nothing. And, or the best price to buy was 50 years ago, or the best price time to buy was before COVID. Basically what that means is real estate's always going up. So the best time to buy is when you as an individual can position yourself to afford what you're buying for 7 to 10 years. I say 7 to 10. Some people say 5 to 7. 7 to 10 is really conservative. But the reason why I say 7 to 10, because let's say something crazy happens, World War III, whatever it is, and the real estate market crashes. Well, in 7 to 10 years, doesn't matter what crash you're in, you're going to be able to get out of it on the other side, because real estate values will eventually come right back up to where they were in 2008. That's the most recent. Everybody remembers how the banks basically all shut down. There was no financing available. The market completely crashed. Well, here in the Pacific Northwest, in 4 years, in just 4 years, housing prices recovered. So it doesn't take forever, but they will eventually recover. I know a lot of people sold their houses in a rush, short sale, freaked out. But if they would have waited just 4 years, they would have had equity in their homes again. They wouldn't be backwards, and their interest rates would have been incredibly good. So think about that when you're buying or when you're selling. The timing is when it's best for you, when you're in a financial situation where you can afford it. Because guess what? Let's say interest rates were 2%, but all the houses were $3 million. Guess what? You're still not going to be able to get into the house. Right now, we still have houses, beautiful homes that are selling in the $500,000 to $700,000 price point. And yes, you want to the $1 million price point. Beautiful homes you can get for around $1 million still. And the interest rates, yeah, they're 7%. But guess what? They're not 16%. Before I was alive in early 1980s, they were easily, the most unaffordable interest rates. But people figured it out. So I'm telling you the stats. The reason why I think it's so important that educate yourself. If you're thinking about buying between now or 7 years from now, educate yourself as much as possible, because I'm telling you, buying real estate is such a great asset. The biggest checks I've ever received have not necessarily been from commissions, but from the sales and the equity of the personal homes that I've purchased. So I definitely encourage you, if you are a first-time home buyer or if you're buying your dream home and you're super fortunate to be in that position, You still want to know the location. You still want to know what's coming to the area. You still want to know that you're getting the right type of home for what you're spending on it. So anyways, I'm always here to help. If you guys ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Again, I'm Jonathan Romano. I sell a lot of real estate in this area, and I am here to serve you when it comes to anything real estate wise. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate the views and the comments and the people that reach out to me. If you know someone that's thinking about buying or selling and they are not connected to anybody, please give them my contact information. Give me their contact information. I would love to get involved and help them in any way that I can. Win them a deal for a great price and an amazing location. And that's always the goal, right? Get into something that's affordable. Get into something that's in an amazing location where you can raise your family, or get into something that's a dream home that you never have to move from. So thank you so much for watching. I will catch you on the next one and look forward to showing you some of these awesome homes, guys, we have coming to market. And by the way, if you haven't seen this new listing that's out in Yakult, Washington. Now, listen, people hear Yakult and they think it might be far away. Guys, this is just outside of North Battleground. And it has shops, 10 acres, gated community, fully paved. It's got a mother-in-law quarters. It's a beautiful piece of property. You really want to see it. So get out there and look at it if you get a chance. We have a bunch of other listings coming to market, and we cannot wait to show you. Catch you later. See ya.